Welcome to From Rome.Info video. It's February 15th. We're in front of the Basilica Santa Maria Maggiore, and tonight two fellow Roman Catholics have come to pray with me the prayers against the Church of Darkness. We have one here who was in the Piazza San Pietro the day the police took me away, and he has his own story to tell about the outrageous behavior of the Vatican officials under the Bergoglian regime. Good evening, and can you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Emiliano. I'm from Calabria. I don't know if I can say that was fortunate or unfortunate circumstances when on Tuesday I came with two friends of mine to St. Peter's Square in order to pray and to yell the name of the Pope Benedict.
Did you come for the Grex Vocum event?
Yes, because I read about the Grex Vocum event on Facebook, and also we were supported by the priest Don Minutella that invited to come over to the event and to pray, I mean, with this noble cause.
Now, you came by yourself or with a group?
No, we were three. We were just three, because there were two people. They came all the way from northern Italy to this event because they wanted to pray. So they phoned me up in the morning. So we just gathered out, and so we came together to St. Peter's Square.
At what time did you arrive at St. Peter's Square?
It was 11:25.
And did you happen to see me when I was there?
No, I wasn't aware that you were a friar. Actually, I thought you were a layman.
Okay. And so what happened to you? Tell me your experience.
As soon as the clock struck 11:30, we were approached by two, plainclothes individuals. They showed their badges at the Italian police, and they asked for our documents. So they took our documents, and we waited for the documents to be given back to us. And they kept our documents for 20 minutes, so it was impossible for us to pray.
Why do you think they came and approached you? There must have been 1,000 people in that piazza.
Yeah, there weren't 1,000 people actually, because there were, small groups of people scattered all around. There wasn't any homogeneous files, so they can be, spotted, and so they came. At the beginning there were two of them. Then after 10 minutes, other 3-4 individuals came over and asked for our document, to open our bags. There was this lady with me that used to carry a white cross, a white wooden cross. Inside the bag there were banners against euthanasia and in favor of Eluana Englaro. There was disabled woman that was killed 10 years ago here in Italy.
And did they explain why they were asking your documents or detaining you?
They were, after they invited us to open our bags, so they, took out their banners. They said that it wasn't allowed for us to carry banners, so they invited us out of the iron gates. And before we decided to get out of the square, so out of the iron gates, there were two of them following us closely.
Now, you didn't have the banners displayed, they were just in a bag.
They were just in a bag, yes.
Now, have you ever been to St. Peter's Square before?
Yes.
Has anything like this ever happened to you?
Never happened. Never.
How would you characterize this behavior? Is it outrageous?
I don't think it's outrageous. It was some sort of setup for us. A setup for us not to pray, to do what we were supposed to do.
Do you think they were accosting everyone in the piazza, asking them for their documents?
No. They saw us carrying bags, so I think they thought they were part of the or the crew.
Okay, so on Tuesday, my intent as From Rome Video was to interview everyone who came to the Grex Vocum and ask them some questions. Can I interview you now on that? Can I ask you some questions?
Of course.
What do you think about the last 7 years in the church?
I mean, the last 7 years was a scourge for all Christians, for all Catholics, because we have a false pope, actually. The true pope is Benedict XVI. I keep on saying without any slightest doubt. And, we can tell by the different, teachings of the Word of God, of the different magisterium of the Church. So we have to do something in order to prevent, the other fellow Christians, the other fellow Catholics from, being deceived.
Now, some people think Pope Benedict is the Pope because he's the only one that's Catholic. Others think that is true, but he's also still the Pope because his renunciation was invalid. What do you hold?
I think both sides have to be taken into account. And, the renunciation is valid because, his stepping down was forced.
Who do you think forced him?
I think the International Freemasonry.
And do you think the St. Gallen Mafia is a Masonic organization?
Yes, it's one of the main Masonic lodges in the Vatican City.
And as for Jorge Mario Bergoglio, what do you think of him? Do you think he's a Christian?
Well, I think that maybe in the beginning he was Christian, and then something happened in his life, something that we cannot, comprehend, something that it's like, it's like if he has to settle an account with God himself.
Do you think he's a Freemason?
I think so.
Do you think he is of stable mind?
Well, actually, it could be. It could be possible. But I'm not sure about that.
Do you think that he is the cause of all the evil going on in the church, or that he is just the front man or the spokesperson for the...
it's the front man and spokesperson for other people. Those we can call bakers or financiers of all this, evil scheme.
What do you think is Bergoglio's end game or goal for the church? What does he want to turn the church into?
He wants to, put people, Catholic people into apostasy, because it's part that we read in Revelation number 13. The role of the false prophet is to bring, people into apostasy and end them out to the Antichrist who is going to come.
Do you think